Can Reiki be done on a person without their permission? In the previous video, I used the metaphor of a person drowning and how, in such a case, it doesn't make sense to question whether to save them or not, since they haven't given us permission to do so. Therefore, in Reiki, if a person is unwell, it's pointless to worry if we haven't obtained permission from them. If you don't know me, my name is Berardino Nardella, and I have created dozens of courses on energy techniques and holistic disciplines for your personal and spiritual growth. In the description you'll find the link to my free course, Meditation and its Secrets, where I will show you how meditation is actually a true energy technique. Sign up, it's free. But now let's get right into today's topic. Let's suppose that a person is undergoing surgery. So it's not possible to ask for permission because they are in the operating room and unconscious. It would be absurd not to do Reiki in such a case. But then, what's the point of asking for permission? Whoever created or inferred such a rule in Reiki or in general in energy techniques didn't do it just to solve an ethical problem, which is the reason for the confusion surrounding this topic. Asking for permission, being part of the treatment, becomes an energetic rule, and it's from this perspective that we must consider it. The creator of this rule didn't establish it to safeguard the privacy of the person receiving the treatment, but to warn those working energetically to respect the rules of the energetic world. Otherwise, there's a risk to harming oneself. And this is the real key to asking for permission. Just as if I were an electrician, in my job I'll deal with electrical energy, but there are precautions I must necessarily follow if I don't want to get hurt with electricity. Likewise, I must do in Reiki with a universal energy. If I give a treatment to a person, regardless of whether that person has given me their permission or not, and I do it for their good, then the treatment will have positive outcomes. It will benefit both the person receiving the treatment and me. So when I do good to others, I do good to myself too. When I practice Reiki on others, I practice Reiki on myself too. However, if conversely my treatment isn't done for the good of the person, then my treatment will have negative outcomes on that person, but especially on me. And this is the real rule of asking for permission. But what does this mean? It means that often we harm while believing we are doing good. Often we think we are doing good for someone, but it's our perspective, and we're not taking into account the other person's perspective at all. There's a saying here in Italy that says the road to hell is paved with good intentions. We believe we are doing something good, but then it's not good for the other person, or it's only good for us. Let's consider an example. The relationship between me and my partner has ended, and I perform a Reiki treatment with the intention of restoring good relations and starting the relationship again. This may be the best thing for me from my point of view, and perhaps I may even believe it's the best thing for my ex-partner too. But is it really? By performing such a treatment, I'm forcing that person to do something they don't want to do. By doing so, I'll harm that person, but even more myself without realizing it. That's why it's important that when we act energetically, we do it genuinely for the good of the other person. Permission is a kind of a precaution, because if the person has given me their permission, then I can act. We must always ask ourselves if what we are doing will do good or not. If we have doubts and don't know what's the right thing to do, when we do Reiki, we could always use a vague intention directed towards the good. For example, to return to the relationship example, we can do Reiki so that the situation resolves for both parties in the best possible way. In this way, you are not harming and not forcing anyone's free will. Wishing for the best solution and letting divine wisdom intervene rather than our selfishness is the best thing we can do. Take these things I've said into account and you'll never have problems. Let me know what you think about what I said in the comments, and if you're interested in the topics I cover on this channel, help me grow it by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. With that said, I bid you farewell, a big hug, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.